Hello, 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 and welcome to the Starting XP presents the Masquerade Camarilla side. I'm your storyteller extraordinaire, Michael. Joining me this week is the usual suspects, -2. Due to some unfortunate news and scheduling conflicts, I only have a bunch, not the gaggle of the crew. So, what's up, guys?
Hi, I'm dead inside.
Well, we're really all dead inside. Just some more dead more than others. So, Tony and Cooper will not be joining us. Cooper is basically indisposed after his brief conflict with the beast. He has decided to seek some inner peace, as it were, as Perry, you witnessed literally a monster come to life as he just shot a man in the gut twice and basically threatened to eviscerate him and like sprawl his guts all around that floor. And then obviously, Dan, you've retrieved who did you find? Oh yeah, you have Desiree. So Desiree's in your care now. And Deck, you have a frozen
Dustin.
Frozen Dustin who has not thawed yet.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy.
And Wyatt does apologize. He was trying something, and yes, he apologizes because he understands that this.
What did he do?
Well, no, he created the spell that froze all of them.
Oh, and killed all but one.
Yeah, killed all but one. Well, it was the one that was the important one. So, are you going to bring Desiree back to the Haven, Reggie, or are you going to put her up somewhere?
I assume she was going with Luna.
Well, Luna, well, if you give her to Luna, he'll definitely take her off your hands, but he's like one of those, like, does she need like therapy or something? Like, I don't know how revenants work. Like, I know about revenants, I just don't know how. I don't know what makes them tick. We need like an expert or something.
Well, I don't think we have an expert.
What about your lady friend up in La Paz?
Yeah, well, I got to go there anyway to warn her. So
how about this? How about we just you send like a bird, or how do you communicate with her?
I drive to La Paz.
Oh, you just drive there. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. How about we just all make it like an outing? We take Desiree. We got the old man. I mean, he's in a hospital. Well, he's in a private physician right now. We only have Desiree. The other one's on ice, and the old man's like in a coma.
Okay, so yeah, why don't we go to La Paz?
Okay. I'm down. I'm down to see my people. What about Perry and Deck and the fun bunch?
Guys, we'll get a text asking if you want to go to La Paz to learn about revenants, maybe.
Anything to get away from this moment? Sure, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So
I need to go.
You need to go.
I need to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, Cooper's definitely not at the Haven, but it was kind of unnerving. Like, in his mind, he thought he was being completely rational, what we saw was like jet black energy spewing out of him, like black veins coming from his eyes, and just almost killed a cold man in like blood. Cold blood.
Mark me down as scared and pissed off at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I was doing some cool shit and I couldn't do my cool shit.
Yeah. Deck, you get a text from Luna being like, I don't know what's like happening with your girlie, but like just know that like things are gonna work out. You know, Reggie's gonna solve everything. He got my girl back.
Wow, I'm not worried at all now. What happened? Question mark?
He texts you that Reggie found Desiree at the old house, apparently where she grew up at. She's fine. We're going to La Paz. You should probably head up.
I currently have Dustin on ice here. We'll leave with Wyatt. Send.
All right, we'll get your ass out here. Send.
Okay. I go up to Wyatt
Yeah.
because now I'm really fucking worried.
Yeah.
Where's Joy?
I thought you knew where Joy was at.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wasn't Joy with that fucking Archibald Prince bullshit?
Yes, and then I mentioned to her because I actually got a phone call with her, and I mentioned you were back, and she hung up.
Well, you shouldn't have mentioned I was back, jackass.
Oh yeah, information I could have used,
Once again, something you could have told me yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been nice to know that about a couple of days ago.
Well,
of all people, you wouldn't, you don't want her to know?
Look, I don't have the best relationship with her. I haven't been the most stellar sire to her.
And the award for understatement of the year goes to...
I was busy, destroying and killing the enemies of the sect rather than tending and fostering her needs as a kindred.
Look, she knows that the Camarilla needs certain vampires wherever they are. If they're needed somewhere, they get called, and that's that. Especially ones in high positions. She should understand that.
Look, I did a lot to her, okay? I may have taken my frustration out on her a few nights. I tried to weaponize her because that's all I know is war. War is all I know.
War never changes.
Why do you think she ran off with you?
I don't even know now. I mean, all I do is kill.
Yeah, but you care. At least you try to care. I've stopped caring a long time ago.
But in any case, now you don't know where she is, I don't know where she is, and that was the last call that I've had with her, and that she just decided to hang up, and that was the end of it. Mm-hmm. So now she's off the grid again.
Look, I'm gonna put this thing in a U-Haul. Where do you want me to take it?
Someplace cold.
We're gonna keep
we
them
need to keep them frozen.
Okay.
Because we're heading up to, where was it?
La Paz.
La Paz.
Jesus, even out of character, I've never heard of that place.
It's
La
in-
Paz.
It's in Keene, which is in between Tehachapi.
Keene, I've heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
La Paz is the community. Keene is where it's located at.
Much like Bakersfield and Oilo.
Well, yes and no. But
I mean, nobody's heard of Oildale unless they live in Bakersfield.
yeah.
It's true.
Okay. Well, I need to go to La Paz, so
Why are you going to La Paz?
because apparently that's where everybody's going up to, and we're learning about revenants.
He's like sitting there kind of pondering like, nah. All right. He was kind of wondering if he should go because he's like, I want to know about remnants.
I'll relay what I find out.
So, Deck, just tell me the truth here. This isn't some subplot tactic that you're using against me, right? You're not
What,
gonna
the revenants?
No, everything that's been going on here.
Spot's dead.
Okay.
Or I guess it's dead. I don't know about this MV bitch. Well, I mean, I do know about her, but I don't know why she's hooked on it.
Well,
But I have the feeling that she's like, if I had to guess, if it were me, I would start embracing it and having followers of the sect.
well, you got to get permission to do that.
It's the Sabbat.
Oh.
They don't care, especially in the position they're in now.
Whatever. Anyways, just head on out. I'll clean up this mess.
All right, I'll relay whatever information I find out.
Hey, Rufus, you gotta earn your keep since you've been living here.
Send him home when he's done. He's been up here too long.
How long has he been up here?
I think about a month.
Oh, I'm gonna work that boy to the bone.
Well, don't kill him.
You see Rufus trying to stop Lisa from walking out. She has like a IV drip, and she has like she's holding.
Oh, she's dragging it along.
Yeah, she's dragging it along, and she's like, "Ma'am, you need to really stop." She's like, "God, enough. I want to see my boys, and I want to see them with my very own eyes." And she walks over, and she's like, just ignores Wyatt, just completely, utterly ignores him, just walks to you, and she's just like, "Thank you, sweetheart. I heard what you did for me."
You're welcome, Grandma.
And you! And she just starts yelling at Wyatt. You just go run off, abandon. You leave that poor Mexican kid with all this responsibility. That Luna boy.
Luna.
Green is all hell, and he's just like, I'm not hearing it tonight from my ghoul. As he just walks into the house.
He's kind of on edge right now.
Oh
You
yeah.
think?
So Perry, you get dropped off. What would happen? Like, I'm even trying to think how that whole interaction would have ended. So he gets you an Uber, and he calls his, I guess, his go-to man. He's he's kind of like a well-dressed African American man who rolls in a van. He opens up the van. You see like this kind of middle-aged white dude with a doctor's bag. They stabilize. Dustin Sr., and then you just see, you know, Cooper just like, I'm sorry, and then he just like orders you a cab, and then he just disappears into the shadows.
Fun.
Like literally.
Yeah, like literally disappears into the shadows.
Oh,
And this is
all right.
and this is the text that you get, because it's still that same night. Because all this is it's like 1:00 in the 1:00 at night, and you get the text from Reggie saying, "Who wants to go to La Paz?" And then you immediately get a text from Tony in that group, Reggie, saying, "Have to go by Betty's. I need to handle the situation with Danny and Gabriella quick."
Okay. That sounds legit. Ish.
And then he says the code word.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I'll just say I'm going.
Okay.
Just quick and short. Just like, I'm going. I'll be there.
So you're the first one who shows up to Haven. Do you wait, Reggie, or do you just immediately drive from Taft to La Paz?
Did anybody text back and say they wanted to go with us?
Perry.
Okay, I'll wait for Perry.
Okay. So, Perry, you see, Saul just kind of waiting with his car, just going like,
Oh my god.
he's like, need a ride?
I think I'm going with them.
He looks at you, Reggie, and he's like, I feel like I could be a lot more useful. My talents. I feel like Reggie, boss, sir, but my talents are wasted at your clubs. All I'm
Oh,
doing
God.
is cleaning up after some grabby clients.
You're
Oh, God.
protecting people. You're taking care of a community.
Don't use my ways against me. You infidel.
Actually, the
so
infidel
stop.
has to believe in a separate religion from you.
What do you believe in, Reggie?
I believe in God and Cain and all that other crap.
Do you? Really?
All that other crap.
That is out of character. Does Mike, do you really believe in all that crap?
Yeah, of course he does.
So you believe in Cain, you believe in Mithras, you believe in like the antediluvian?
Yeah. Oh, all the Ventrue stuff. Hell yes.
Okay.
You do realize like part of the lore sheet you gave me
Yeah.
allows me to like occasionally dream of like Mithras and
Yeah.
all those guys. Yeah. That's why I believe in all the like weirdo. I don't necessarily think the Sabbat has it right, but I believe we're carrying Cain's curse on us because, you know, I know there are fucking antediluvians out there and
Yeah.
that they're literally antediluvian. That's why they have the name.
Yeah. They're not the ancients that will. You don't believe in prophecy. You can.
No.
You.
I don't think they're going to wake up and devour all their children.
Yeah.
But
you believe
but I
in.
know.
You believe in like the pseudoscience of it, of like I'm this many generations apart from this, and
From Cain.
From Cain.
Because that's whose curse we bear, and because he knows antediluvians are from before the flood. Like that's what the word means. That's literally what they are.
Yeah. All right. I'm just curious. I just didn't think you would take that to heart in your lore sheet. That was more.
No,
of the...
no, if my lore sheet says I dream that stuff, then he's a planner. Everything he has to accept, you know, anything he can prove or that affects him, he's got to be able to accept it to survive it. So.
Okay, so he pretty much just kind of nods and just kind of bows to Perry and just goes in his car and just drives down the street to like one of Reggie's fine establishments.
Oh my god.
And then Luna's like, he kind of leans over to you, Reggie, and he's like, "What's that? What's all that about?"
What's all what about?
Like, he points at Perry, and then the handsome middle.
Don't point at me.
Yeah, he points at her, the Middle Eastern guy who just left.
So he's been assigned to protect Perry,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly he's annoying. So
Really?
Sorry.
Like, why did he call you sir?
oh, because he works for me.
But he's
I
hired.
gave him a cover so he could stay close to Perry.
Got it.
It's one of my security guards.
All right. Well, do you want me to drive? Do you want to drive? I drive fast. You know me.
Yeah, go ahead and drive.
All right. So Perry, as you're approaching the car, you see a familiar face. You see that girl that you got in a mud wrestling contest with.
Oh fuck. No.
She's wearing like Daisy Dukes and like a halter top, and her hairs are in pigtails. Like, she is.
I would have given her the opportunity and time to change if she wanted. I'm sure there's plenty of clothes in her size.
Yes.
Inside.
So
You better not be in my clothes.
she probably no, because so she wears something a little bit more astute, something that you give one of your girls that has to present themselves in court for whatever reason. So she's wearing like a skirt.
Upscale dress.
Yeah, a skirt, jacket, blouse, high heels. She puts her hair up in a bun. Now she looks very professional. She does go into your room, Perry, and take some makeup because there's just no makeup around.
Makes sense. Okay.
And then
I throw everything away now.
yeah. You throw everything away? Wow.
Burn it.
Damn humans using my makeup.
Damn. That's fucking
Go.
that's
Ouch,
cruel.
it's cold.
That's
Throw it
cruel.
all out. Fuck that shit. Kidding.
Yeah. So she looks a little bit more presentable, and she's just like, "Thank you, Reggie. I'm still working on my vocal training.
Oh god.
It's so hard to not fall into the draw, as they say." And then she looks at you, Perry, and she's like, "Evening. I heard that you had a little stint with my father."
Who are you again?
I'm Desiree.
Deborah?
Desiree.
Nice to meet you, Deborah. I'm Perry.
She
You guys are gonna get along just fine.
she actually, because she's alive, you actually see like a bulging vein starting to appear as she's like, "Miss Perry. Is it Miss?"
Sure, Deborah, what's up?
It's I would really appreciate it if you called me by my given name, since my whole entire
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I'm really trying. I don't know what my father did to you, but I bear no ill will to you. I would just like it if you would please, pretty please, if you would call me Desiree.
I know a Desiree, but you don't sound like that. So you're Deborah right now.
Ouch. Ladies, we don't have time.
She.
I don't know. I like the accent, so.
You have no idea what that accent means to me. And she's just trying her fucking hardest to not just strangle you as she just gets in the car, and she's like actually like reciting something in her mind. She's like, I'm empowered, I'm empowered, I'm empowered, I'm empowered, I'm empowered, I'm empowered. She's like,
Right before Perry gets in the car, she just looks around and goes, "Wow, Dee Dee is Dee Dee's having a hard time there, isn't she?"
and Luna looks at you like he's about to like rip your throat out. He's like, Perry,
Shoot daggers.
just get in the fucking car.
I'm already in the car.
All
And
right.
I roll up the window.
Looks at, he's like, this is your fault. She's like that. You know that, right, Reggie? She takes.
I'm not the one who convinced her to get in a mud wrestling fight with Desiree.
I thought it would be hilarious. Oh, you.
That one's on you, Buckaroo.
It was hilarious for me.
He gets in the car. He starts driving to La Paz. Deck, you're gonna get there first because literally you just have to drive down from Tehachapi and you're there. So
Okay.
you get there first, and you know your motorcycle does. You see a lot of like,
Just like last time, I
Uh-huh.
make sure I'm not being followed.
yeah, you are not being followed this time.
Okay. I don't know what happened last time.
So, you know, you roll through this, you know, quiet mountain community, and you see a lot of lights turn on because they hear an engine roar of a motorcycle, and then you park in front of the National Cesar Chavez Monument, where that's where the community of La Paz is at, and some of the lights turn on. Do you kill the engine? Do you let the engine run?
I keep the engine running.
Okay. So about 5 minutes after you leave the engine running, you see this little boy, you know, pretty, he's got little fat cheeks, and he's wearing like a Fortnite t-shirt, and he's wearing like a Fortnite pajamas, sort of matching set, and he looks like probably late, young as 8, maybe old as 11. You're not really quite sure. Children all look the same to you. And he kind of like he's like yawning as he's walking out to you. And
I turn off the bike.
he's like, hey, mister,
Yeah.
who are you here to see?
I don't know. I wasn't told, but I'm waiting for others.
Oh, are you here to speak to the Sancho?
I guess.
Okay, hold on. He walks up to like the gate, and he types in a code, and then like you see like these metal gates kind of go ding, and they open up, and he walks inside, and there's like a little visitor sort of office building. He pulls out some keys, and he's like an 8-year-old boy. Like he's literally like, yeah. Turn.
Fucking an infant is opening Fort Knox.
And then he walks, and you see him like flip a light, and then he gets on a phone, dials something, and he's like, yeah, and then he's like, hey, mister,
Yeah.
underlay, here.
I get off the bike. I take the sword with. Because I have no idea what the fuck I'm getting myself into.
He's like, do you know anybody here in particular?
No.
No? Hold on. He starts speaking in Spanish. And then he's like, here. Someone wants to speak to you, mister.
It's just a phone.
Yeah, it's like a cord. It's like a one of those
corded
old
phone.
corded phone.
Hello.
Who is this?
Deck.
Deck as in deck from Ethel's deck.
The very same.
It's Bruno.
Oh. I didn't know I was meeting you here.
I didn't know you were coming up here.
Yeah, I ended up getting a text from Luna saying that the gang is coming here.
Oh, okay. Put the kid on.
I handed it over.
And then he's like, okay. He hangs up the phone. He's like, all right, just walk past the garden area and you should meet your friend there. And are there more coming?
Yeah, I don't know how many.
Oh,
Maybe 3.
you got like $5, mister?
I had him $5.
He actually, like, his eyes widen up, like he's like, he just snatches, he's like, thanks, and like he just sits in the corner and like he pulls out like a Nintendo Switch and he's like, obviously he's playing something and he's just waiting in this little office building, pulls out a Switch and he's just playing it.
I just walk
Okay, so
past the garden.
yeah, so you see it's La Paz is like this think of like, you know, like it's not like a mission, but it is a hospital that's been converted to a national monument. But on the far end where he's guiding you, it looks a little bit more decrepit and run down. So it's like part of La Paz is an active national monument visiting center, plus it is the home of the UFW's headquarters. So there are like seminars and you see this because as you're walking, you see pamphlets where they're like immigration reform, training, donation boxes, stuff like that. You see like pictures of Dolores Huerta and like Cesar Chavez and when Obama came, when he dedicated the La Paz as a national monument. And then when you start going to the rear, you start to feel like a sense of nostalgia, like you've been here before. Like in the past, you have definitely walked this path, this garden path, and it feels very odd. It's like, and it was like something important that you're not sure of.
Huh. I'll have to ask Bruno about this place. Keep walking.
So you get to this like it looks like a more rundown area. It looks like this is where you imagine patients could, because like I said, this used to be a hospital of some sort. It's like a roaming ground. You see like old like garden equipment. You see like a tool shed that's like the doors just slight adjust and it's a little rusted over, and you see lots of like weeds that need to be pulled. It's kind of maintained and kept, but not entirely. The walls are, the outside, the paint off the walls are kind of peeling. The windows have like, that really nasty sort of like sun stained green tint to them. And there's definitely a lot of like moss and stuff kind of like overgrown on the bottom end of the building. And then finally you see like one of the side doors to what you see would be like a servant entrance. You see it kind of open up, and it's like kind of open up by like a force, like it's really rusted or old, and you just hear like the metal just and you see Bruno come out, and Bruno's not dressed up in a nice fancy suit like he normally does. He's dressed up in like some sweats and some sort of like Under Armour shirt, and It looks like he's like been working. Like he has like he looks kind of grimy. And he has like a tool belt around his like waist, and he has like some gloves, and there's like a bunch of gook on his face, and he's like, "Ciao," or "Greetings."
Hey.
I'm just gonna wait here because I think more of you are coming. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take your sit. I was fixing the plumbing in this place. It's kind of my lesson plan right now. I have to learn a little bit of humility.
Why are you being punished?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's better than having my soul end up in a fucking jar.
Fair enough. So what can you tell me about this place?
Dude, you know what, man?
Really familiar.
It's old. It's spooky. It cramps my style. I don't like it, but I have nowhere else to go.
Gotcha.
Lots of spirits roam here. A lot of them crying out in agony. A lot of them just wanting to just someone listen to their agony. You get used to it, but you see, the Giovanni, we don't hang out with the dead. It's not like it's our favorite pastime to listen to ghosts and the restless dead. We use them. They're our servants. But now I have to fucking maintain this bullshit. You know, I like a nice vino. I like to watch my programs. Oh, I miss television. Oh, you have no idea how much I would kill for a subscription to any Wi-Fi or streaming service up here.
Why don't you get, like, satellite?
With what money? With what connections? With what resources? Andre is completely against all that shit. He says it'll lead hunters if I add a fucking Netflix subscription up here.
He's not wrong.
And we're supposed to just let the mortals walk around like we're treated like second-rate citizens up here?
Hey, I agree. I completely agree.
With who? Me or Andre?
You. I don't like sitting around and seeing kindred slain all because of mortals, and the mortals getting away with it. But here I am with my thumb up my ass, because if we attack, politics will come to us and they'll know where we are, and then we die or whatever. We've been at war with the hunters for how long?
Yeah, man, but
we're still here.
This is like a new level. I mean, I was there. I was in Vegas when it all went down. I mean, SWAT teams. They had these special guns, man. They had like these special guns designed to kill us. Not tracer rounds, not, chemical tipped incendiary. No, they had guns designed to put us down. They had scopes. They had scopes that could see through obfuscation. They had the whole nine, dog. The whole nine. So, if I have to just do plumbing around here and not watch the new seasons of Orange is Black, that's fine by me. It's better than being dead, that's for sure. Although, your fucking prince did a number on me. I'm still recovering after that. Bullshit.
What did he do?
He lifts up his shirt and you see like a giant scar like where the prince put a fist through him.
I wasn't there for this.
Yeah.
Great.
So it's around this time, Reggie, that you, by the way,
Yeah.
going 90, just like,
Oh God.
just completely just like showing off in your car, just basically taking your car for a ride, driving 90 all the way up to 58.
You know, one of the people in this car could actually die if we flipped it, Luna.
And Desiree is like, I'm pretty tough too, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, we're all dead, so, you know. Can't really die again. We just go into torpor when he crashes at 90.
I do this shit all the time. And he's like, it's like the only thing that, dude, we got to get there fast, right?
Yeah. Just reminding you, getting there.
Yeah, I'll get there. So Perry, Desiree, are you okay? Who's sitting in the front and who's sitting in the back? Are the two girls sitting in the back and you're in the front, Reggie, or did you?
Well, that was my original plan, but with all the cat fighting, one of them will be in the front.
Okay.
And since Perry entered the car first, it'd be her choice if she went back or front.
Yeah.
Backseat.
Okay. So, you see Desiree, she's like, Luna, dear. And he's like, yeah, babe. It's like, would you mind telling
Oh God.
the Assamite soul sucker in the back?
Excuse me. Excuse me. That is a Banu Hakim soul sucker.
I don't know what the fucking ass it is, but that ain't me.
Would you mind asking her the whereabouts and the status of my father? I would really like to know. And he's like, oh no, I ain't playing this shit. I grew up with this shit. I am not playing this game. And she's like, Luna, dear, if you want me to cooperate, would you
Ew.
please ask the soul-sucking bitch in the back seat where my father is and how he's doing?
Soul sucking bitch. Oh, I like that one. I'll get that on a name tag. Ooh, I'll make a shirt out of it. I want a shirt. Hey, Reggie, can you make me a shirt that says soul sucking bitch?
Yeah. I probably don't have to
Fuck it.
make one. I can probably just go find one on Etsy or something.
I'm down.
He's like,
Fuck out.
okay, Perry, I don't want to do this. But as sheriff of Kern County, what is your fucking beef with my lady?
I know there's no beef. I'm just having a good time. She's just the one taking it way too seriously.
Okay, Perry, where is her father, and is he okay?
Yes, he's okay. I don't know where he is anymore. I think he's still. Is he at the same spot? I don't know. That's not a question for me. That's a question for Cooper.
Yeah, where is Cooper?
I don't know. I left.
He looks at you, Reggie, like, God damn it. God damn it.
I'm being honest.
All right. You pull into La Paz, and you see Deck's car there, or Deck's motorcycle there. You see the gate is open already, Reggie. And you see like the little outstation, the office station area. The lights turned on there.
Okay. Is the kid out here?
Well, no, the kid's not out there, so you don't see him anywhere.
Well, I guess we just walk in then.
Okay. So you walk in.
I close the gate once everybody's in.
Okay. As soon as he hears the gate close, he walks out, and he kind of like, he's like, "Who's there?"
Hey, it's me.
Oh,
Reggie.
hey, what's up? Yeah, your gaucho friend always inside.
I think he'd be amused that you're calling him a gaucho, but thank you. I'll give him $5.
Stupid. I mean, he's a normal gringo. I mean, whatever. I mean, you're all gringos except for you, Luna. And he's like, yeah. They're kind of cramping my style now. And he's just like, he kind of like walks past you, stops, walks back, and he's like, hey, mister, you have $5?
I already gave him $5.
No, that was last time. What about now?
No, I said I gave him $5.
Yeah,
when we
he
walked
did
through.
say give him
Oh.
$5.
Okay. He gets
I know the
five.
drill.
He takes $5. He actually stops and looks at the two girls, and he's like kind of awestruck by both of them.
Oh god.
And then you see Luna like pat him on the head, and he's like, "It's our kryptonite, homie. White girls are kryptonite." He's like, "Go on home." You walk in, same thing, the way I described to Derek, except there's a lot more. Because Reggie, you're so used to it, you feel the veil. You can feel it like the shroud lessening here, as like you feel like the weather changes differently here. It's a lot colder. And you see Deck speaking to Bruno as they're kind of having like a chat. And he's like, "Oh, what's up?
Hey, Bruno.
What's up, Reggie?" He kind of nods at Perry. And he's like, "So, what brings you to our humble abode?"
Oh, we came to talk to Belliana.
"Oh, not me? What?"
Well, I mean, you too, but
All right.
I try to do business before pleasure.
All right. Well, come on in. He goes to the door. Clank. Opens. Guess first. You walk in and you see, just a bunch of abandoned medical equipment just kind of piled up on like one side of the hallway. It looks like the walls are like stained with, water damage, and you do see like graffiti and other signs of, people who were stationed here, or people who were like, trying to get care here. And then you're led to this like indoor pool area where there is a swirling, glowing pool of energy that's like below the water surface. And the water itself has like moss and, just like a bunch of just ugly runoff. And it's just like a very unkept pool. And you see somebody very familiar, Deck. You see a guy that you've met once or twice in your past, and it's the Seneschal. Or the former Seneschal. It's Arthur. And Perry, you recognize him because that was the dude that like lifted the guy up by the neck who was Salim's uncle, and he just snapped his neck and dropped him to the ground. So it's that Bruja guy who just went in and killed everybody, along with Nicholas and everybody else.
Well, no, I'm really glad I did.
Shit.
And like,
Wow.
it's like an immediate Is it like horror or anger or both? Because like it's this,
Oh god, it's like anger.
it's anger. Yeah. So you see him. He's dressed very. He has like a turtleneck, long sleeve. He's wearing some slacks, some dress shoes, and he's just staring into the pool. And you see Andre, who's on the other side of the pool, also staring. And they're both just kind of staring at the pool. And then you see Andre kind of go, like he was like in a trance, and like you see this like energy swirling in the pool, like this unnatural, unholy energy. And then when he stops, he looks up, and then the energy kind of subsides, and it's just like this nasty pool that's not been well kept and is like not clean. And he's like, "Hola, what brings you to my domain?"
We're here to see Belliana.
Ah. And then you see Arthur, like, kind of looking at you.
Oh,
And kind of looks at Deck. And looks at you, Perry. And he's like,
oh, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me.
You're the dancer. And he, like, starts to walk over to you. And he's like,
Oh god.
We've met, haven't we?
I don't know if I would use the word met or, meet, know each other. Definitely crossed paths, though.
And then he starts to put two and two together. And he's like, oh. And then he kind of like holds his head down in shame. And he's like, I see. Andre, I'm gonna excuse myself. And he's like, no worries. And he looks slightly embarrassed and sad. And he walks out, and like right before he exits the room, he's like, war's a terrible thing. It makes men into monsters and monsters to men. I know my apology will not be heard, but I did it because I cared about an old friend. And then he just steps out. And then you see Belliana like walking in, and she's like, oh man, I just thought it was me who always like puts the room at a somber, depressing tone. Oh, hi Reggie.
You put a depressing tone on a room? Impossible.
Oh, hello, sugar tits. And points at Deck.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. How is Stuart doing? I heard he was in your care.
You want to ask Reggie that?
Really?
I hired him to reinforce a meeting room.
She gets like real close and like kind of like says, you're not trying to save all of us ill-forgotten, corrupted Sabbat members, have you?
Oh. I kind of like caress her cheek and be like, nah, you're the only one I care about. He just, knows how to reinforce a room.
He does know how to use a hammer and a chisel. Or whatever modern tools you people use. I heard one time this thing go bzz, bzz, bzz. What's that?
Buzzsaw? Maybe electric drill?
Yeah, it looked like that. So why is Sugar Tits here?
Well, we got, I guess 2 orders of business, unfortunately. First, they just told me another one of your pack is running around trying to murder all the other members of your pack and Cooper.
That sounds a lot like anyone,
Envy.
really. Oh, her. Oh, wow.
She knows where pride is.
She actually stops being sarcastic and she's like staring.
She knows where pride is.
Who wrought this on our house?
In what way?
Did you cause her scorn, Sugar Tits?
We all did. She's
No?
going after every single Exabot.
Now, No, I can't lie. I'm not very cool with envy.
Apparently, she was masquerading as Cooper's assistant, so she's had access to all the information he's picked up to, locations.
Oh, wow.
He's made it very clear that addresses weren't one of them.
Yeah, but how many creepy old buildings you think there are in La Paz?
That's what I tried telling him. It's not going to matter if we have addresses or not.
Reggie, since you're
Google
close
Maps
to her,
is a wonderful
she
thing.
is actually because she has a sort of decayed face. She is actually showing some signs of like fear. Well, this complicates things.
Greatly.
I even made this whole nice ritual for our date for the fair.
I just look at Reggie.
And hopefully we'll handle this problem before the fair. Yeah. She wants to go to the fair.
Fair enough.
Almost in a sort of quasi, like, it's almost scary the way she moves. Like, she moves, like, from the Ringu, like, and she, like, is right in your face deck, and she's, like, she just grabs you, and you see, like, black swirling energy coming off her hands, and then she, like, pushes you against the wall, and she's like, you should have died like the rest of them. We all died. We all should have died. And now that thing is after us.
And you expected me to do what? With a master of infiltration.
Like you see her jaw elongates and her eyes sunk in and like it's just like
Don't make me.
and then she's like she lets you go and then she starts crying.
Hey, don't worry about it too much. I think she wants to kill Cooper first.
I give her a hug.
And she's like oh, Sugar Tits, why were you always the kind one?
I don't even know. Like I was the only one that actually didn't even, that actually didn't kill first.
She wipes her blood tears and she's just like, well, I don't want to put Andre's family at risk. What's the severity level here? I mean, does she have an army? Is she made connection with the Sabbat?
She had the Valdry Cup for a while.
That's nothing. That's just a token.
But as I told Wyatt, if it were me, and we were in and the Sabbat is in the position that it is in, I would mass embrace.
That's a bad idea. But do you think Envy would mass embrace?
For Envy, it's going to draw too much attention. Those many people die.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if she has to go up against an army, the only thing that would go up against an army is another army.
Also, don't you need like lots of vampires to mass embrace? Because I mean, how much blood does she have?
She could turn into a giant dragon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What about her pet? Gluttony.
Pet?
What of Gluttony?
Oh, he's been devoured.
By
Her.
Oh,
or so she claims.
She claims. She kind of rocks back and forth.
Oh, I see where that's going. Oof. I didn't even think about that. So Gluttony was is the one that you're probably never going to meet, guys, and he was, what was it? A blood brother?
Yes. Imagine five vampires forming Voltron.
Yeah.
But rather than having a blazing sword and cool cat parts, it's like a giant flesh creature of like tendrils and acid and sharp things. Lots of sharp things.
A tentacle monster.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how big she'd get if she did something like that and went into her usual dragon thing. Combine them both and... Ugh.
Luna's like, I don't want to interrupt this whole thing, but we kind of need an expert on something else too. Desiree, Luna points at her. Like she's being controlled by Divinia. She's a revenant. I don't know much about revenants. I don't think Deck here knows a lot about revenants either. So we were kind of hoping you could fill in, like, so we could fix her. And she's like, should I, Reggie?
Des has been trying to get away from Divinia for a long time.
Okay.
Like, I know it's not a trap or a trick.
Well, Divinia and Envy know each other. So, and Revenants are...
We got the rest of the family if we need a Revenant to track Divinia.
Okay. Well, I know the creation. I know what binds them. I know what holds them. Have her sit, I guess. So there's like literally like one of those plastic lounge like chairs that when you're like sunbathing, like those plastic layout chairs. You see like a bunch of them. And she like sits down on one, and then you see her start like waving her hands above over her head, and then you see the green energy start to kind of like bubble up again, and she's just kind of like chanting something in some language that you don't quite understand, if it even is a language. It's kind of like gurgling and like this sort of like deathly hollow sort of like and then she stops, and then she's like opens her eyes, and her eyes are like green, like her pupils are like glowing green. I see a garden. Do you know what this garden is, fellas?
Divinia's garden.
Huh.
That'd be my guess.
And so you see her start wandering around. Her eyes are still green and lit. And like she's just kind of walking around. And she's like, it looks like her hands are like kind of touching something. And then you see like at the ends of her fingertips, you see like wisps of like these crops, like these exterior, you know, green outlines of like nether realm energy as she's like walking through this like garden in her mind. And you see like the energy like outlines as she's like walking through it. It's quite magnificent. And then she kind of squints, and she's like, and she looks up, and she's like, is that the sun? And then like she drops to her knees. She's like, I haven't seen the sun in so long. And then she's like, looks like she's like, Reggie, you start to see her kind of like slip in this.
I'll grab her.
And she's like, what's? No, thank you. I'm still here. I'm still here. I need to find answers. Who's with me? And she's trying to like reach out. And she grabs you by the hand, Reggie, and you're transported here. And your eyes begin to glow green. And you're walking in this like it's like you see the horizon, and the horizon kind of curves. Like the world is like this small sphere, and then the center on the far end of the horizon is this little tiny sun ray that's beaming, and you see this like all these plant life. And she's just like, and she looks at you, and Reggie, she looks like this, you know, Eastern European beautiful girl, and she's just like, isn't it wonderful, Reggie? Look at it. And then you see, because you've seen this, you look at the ground and you see all of the blood and the lives and because she's just looking up, but you look down and you see like the crying screams of like children and people, and like your feet are like covered in their blood and their guts.
Yeah. I'll grab her hand in one arm and put my arm around her waist, and I'll be like, it's beautiful, but it's a beautiful lie.
And she's just like, and then she's like, she starts to like look at, like, she starts looking in God. She's like, oh God. And then like she like lets go of your, like, she's still holding on to you, but she like kind of pulls away a little bit, and then like she reaches down, and then like she puts her hands into the chunks of meat and flesh and the blood that's running through, and then she pulls something out, and then it's like this like looks like to be like a baby's foot. It's very tiny. And then she's like, and she snaps it. and then like it like goes to dust, and then you see you guys see Desiree like just go ah. She just starts holding her foot, and she's like ah. And she's just like, oh, my foot.
Okie dokie.
Oh, what did that bitch do to me? And then she's like, I don't know if I could leave, Reggie. You have to bring me back.
Okay, how do I do that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm like stuck here now, or if, I mean, you're here, so that means we must be in La Paz, right?
Yeah, we're still in La Paz.
Okay. Because if I let go, I think I'll let go of you, and then I'll be stuck here. So, I want you to hit me as hard as you can here.
You want me to hit you?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't.
Or bite me. Just bite me.
All right. That's what you want. I'll bite her.
Okay. And then immediately she's enveloped in the kiss, and then the green eyes like go away, and the energy from the pool starts to drain and fade. And then Reggie, give me a willpower roll not to drain her. Or not to, because this is like your first time biting into
somebody way older than me.
Yeah, you're like okay.
Yeah, okie dokie.
You're like, oh,
Okay, well, power I got.
you got it for, oh god, you got it for days. You could be like, you're like, what beast? What's that?
There's a beast.
There's a beast.
Huh?
And but it's so sweet, Dan. It is the sweetest. It is like the purest, oldest thing you've ever drank in your whole life. And then but I mean, you're not even like phased by it, but it's just that one moment of ecstasy of like, oh man,
yeah, that's the stuff.
That's the stuff. Like, if you were a bad boy and you just wanted to like be a bully and just eat her, this would be like, this is like prime A grade. Just like, this would be like this is like the #1 list item that you would eat. And then she's there, and then you see Desiree just like going, oh, my foot, what the fuck? She's like, well, and then
Heal it.
you see the grotesque visage of her, Reggie, and she's just like, she's kind of embarrassed, and she's like, thanks. I released so Revenants have a Dometer, but Revenants are they're born. They have like their sire's creator's blood in them, but it doesn't necessarily they're being controlled. There's always a Dometer. There's always somebody that has to maintain their connection to Cainite society. But what I believe Davinia was doing was psychically holding her through some form of low blood conditioning. It's something the Samis can do. They can control the revenants through the blood. But since Dez has Des blood to Divinia is a little bit diluted. I was able to kind of break that blood conditioning. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it to Dustin, since he is the Primarch of their family.
I don't think he'd want you to anyway.
Yeah. And then Sugar Tits. Was it Dustin a probationary set member of the Sabbat?
Dustin Senior?
No.
Junior?
Yes. So he wouldn't be a Revenant. He wouldn't have the same conditioning. He's a full-blown Cainite, right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, he's a Bruja.
Is he now?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was a Bruja.
Oh.
He was a Bruja in the Sabbat game too.
Then, yeah. Suppose he is.
So, but I mean, it could be that it's in him still. See, vicissitude is like it's like a disease. Once it enters you, it festers and kind of grows inside of you. Or at least that's my studies taught me, anyways, from the fiends. I tried to get more, but you know, the libraries of Stygia were very, very limited, and the regent would not allow me to learn more of the Samis clan secrets. So, but I know enough about them. She points at Desiree. So, what now? I'm gonna die.
I'm not gonna let this envy person get to you.
Oh, that's very brave of you, Reggie, but she'll turn you into a literal, like, I don't know, a table. I love your bravery. But this complicates things. Who is she directly after, Sugar Tits? Has she actually made a move against the Seven?
Well, she's already devoured Gluttony.
Okay.
She said she knows where Pride is. And she said she is going to kill all traitors.
Did she emote like a list? Like some sort of cartoon villain? Like, I'm gonna get you first. Insert dumbass
I don't
vampire.
think
Damn. So it could be any one of us then.
so. Yep.
Damn. And so that means the neonate points at you, Perry, and Reggie are safe.
Yes. Assuming they don't get in the way. Because you know how they are.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Me?
Yes.
Perry.
Hi, Perry. And she does like the fucking, you know, run, like sort of like ghost walk over towards you.
Oh god.
And then she shakes her hand and she's like, "It's nice to meet you, Perry." Her face literally looks like there's like parts of it that are missing. Her skin is like porcelain white. Her eyes are like still kind of glowing green. She has like zero appearance. She is like not like a zombie that her flesh is falling apart. She looks more like the corpse bride.
Okay.
And she's like, I take it that you are under Reggie's retinue?
Yes.
Oh. Does he flirt a lot with other kindred?
No.
You know, just between us girls.
Yeah. Not that I've seen, really.
Not that you've seen.
Well, I don't see it ever happen. So I mean,
And he doesn't swing both ways, does he? Because I wouldn't mind, but I'm just saying, if I'm gonna
not
have,
that he's told me.
okay. Well, I can't trust Sugar Tits there, so I thought I'd trust. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm calling him Sugar Tits, that was his bitch name in the Sabbat.
Oh, I love it. I'm gonna call him Sugar Tits now. Can I call him Sugar Tits?
Only if you're part of the Sabbat.
Okay, so I'll call him Sugar Boobs.
The Serpent of Light was Cum Dumpster, and Cooper's, I believe, was Mama's Boy.
Yeah, that one still fits.
Aww.
We had code names for them. Well, anyways, I would offer dinner, but your dinner up here is not really dinner.
It's okay.
Well, you make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble. All right?
I'll do my best, just for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to talk to Andre, Reggie. We're gonna have to figure this out. But thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, don't worry about it too much. We're gonna figure out how to. I think she's after Cooper and Lust, so
Of course.
at least primarily.
Course. Well, like I said, Envy and I were okay. We weren't like tight or anything. But oh. You know who talked to Envy a lot? Stewart talked to Envy a whole lot. You should probably bug him.
Yeah, he's actually just as freaked out as everybody else.
Are you sure?
It seems that way.
I mean, I only joined the Sabbat so I could get unholy vengeance upon the people who destroyed my clan. And now, I'm sleeping in their house. But, Stewart is a believer too, like Envy.
Not according to Stewart.
What do you mean? He loved the Sabbat. He would do anything for the Sabbat.
Actually, he has tried to get us to Voldry how many times?
So what? He's not about the Sabbat anymore?
He's a mixed bag.
Seems like he's more interested in money.
And she's like, he looks at you, Deck, with like prying eyes, like, why would he be so interested in money?
He was talking about something along the lines of wanting high-end computer systems.
Things that go clickety clack.
Yeah, those.
Huh. I hate those things. I hate computers. They're... You don't appreciate it. A good book in your hand is always more... A wealth of knowledge in a book is way more than you could get on a glowing light bulb.
True facts.
I expected somebody to be like, sorry, I was checking Facebook.
What?
Good luck getting reception up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. She slightly shrugs and she looks very sad and disappointed, and she's like, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit more about this.
What?
I hold out Pride's sword.
Oh. She snatched it from you.
I let her take it.
And she's like,
It glows when there's demonic presence.
Sink. I remember this one. Oh, he must really, really like you. This sword is it's a sword that's made out of a meteorite.
A meteorite.
Mm-hmm. He said that he fought an enemy back in the old days. And it was in some castle. He talked about a Malkavian knight and a Bruja who was like a legendary smith. Well, anyways, apparently this castle, one of the, I guess the foes that he helped slay, like summoned a meteor from the sky. And I guess this legendary swordsmith forged this sword out of the meteorite that crashed into the castle. It's supposed to be the same energies where the meteorite came from, which was like, I guess from heaven, I guess. So, it's a gift from the heavens, he said.
Got it.
And then she
you.
sheaves it back and just like kind of tosses it back. All right. Well, I'm sad now. I don't know what to do with myself now. I was going to, I don't know, tend to the garden, I guess. But now that just seems kind of pointless. I guess I'll read. So she's like, she stops, does like the crazy, you know, one like goes to you, Reggie, kisses you on the cheek. Good night, Reggie.
Take a face in my hand and be like, night, Belliana. Like I said, don't worry about it. I've already got the beginnings of a plan.
You're so sweet. Well, I hope that big brain of yours figures it all out soon. Otherwise, we're all dead.
Nah, I mean, they might die. But like you and me, we're way too pretty to die. God has plans for people like us.
God's have plan. I like that, Reggie.
Yeah, thanks a lot, coterie leader.
I said might. You might live.
Might.
I don't even know exactly what I'm up against yet.
You see Andre go like, ahem. Sorry, I did not mean to just, you know, I let you all do your business, but you say there is a Sabbat that is going to be hunting Belliana? Well,
More than Belliana, but yeah.
but her, specifically. See?
Sure.
See,
All right. Well, Reggie, if you need any assistance, I may need to spread my reach back into the valley, the Central Valley. I will need time, but I protect my own here, and she is my family now. Ask who's ever in charge if I can reclaim part of my domain of the east side. And I'll send in my stead Bruno. Would you do that for me, Reggie?
yeah, I'll ask.
And then Andre looks at you, Perry, and walks over, and he's like, that man that you see, that you saw, I understand the fire in your heart that burns, but he is a friend, and I hope we can all move past these trying times. If you would allow him to find the words to apologize, would you accept his apology? I am trying to teach him. I am trying to teach him to let go.
Maybe one day, but today is not that day.
I see. You're young when you have lots of... Your blood runs hot. But when you get to my age, or even Reggie, you'll learn that these things will drag us and torment our humanity. So don't let these beginning years drag you into a place where you don't want to come back from. Because it's hard. It's hard to climb up from the pit of the beast. And that's what that man is doing. He is fighting.
I understand. Doesn't mean I'm ready to accept the apology yet.
But I have heard what he has done to you. So if you want to kill him, I will let you through my door.
I got my revenge. I'm okay.
He kind of like gives you a hug, like a and then, all right, Lavrons, I think you've been in my house for too long. This is not a place where people speak. There's not many theaters here. There is not emotions. This is a place where things come to reflect. And I think we have done enough reflecting today. So please, would you be so kind? Get the fuck out.
Of course. Of course.
That's why I
Thank you for your hospitality.
Bye.
I start walking.
Bruno's like, he's just kind of waiting by the door because he has to open it because it's like a rusted door. He has to use potence to open it up. So he's like, King, opens it. You guys step out, closes the door behind you. He's like, see what I have to deal with? Fuck. Reflection. All they do is stare into that fucking pool.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, it sounds like you're getting ready to go to the east side.
sorry. Anybody who looked into the pool, give me a wits insight. Anybody who wants to look into the pool this entire time, I'm totally sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
Does a quick glance
Count? Yes.
count?
A quick glance does count.
Sure. All right. What's insight?
Wits insight. Sorry, I totally skipped this whole cool
3
part.
dice.
All right. So anybody who takes a glance into the pool,
Nah, I was more pissed off at the guy.
you had
Wasn't even paying attention to the pool.
Botch.
no, you just,
0.
you just failed.
Yeah, I just failed.
I got 1.
So Reggie, you're not transported. You just see the night that. So you see a casino room that's very familiar. You see a party and a night that is very familiar. And you see a woman that is very familiar. And you're staring down a barrel of a gun.
Ah, hey, I know this night.
And you feel like the pool was like giving you like it was like you belong to me. Like it's like a pool of death, and like death is inside there. It's like you were supposed to die that night.
Nah, I'm too good to die.
Yeah, so you like I said, like that's what you see, and that's what the audience sees. I'm not going into much detail, I'm being very vague, but you're staring down a barrel of a gun and a woman, and you see bodies lying all about.
And that's why they make movies about leaving Las Vegas, but not movies about going to Las Vegas.
Yeah. So it's a little you actually heal if you spent a willpower, you heal willpower.
Nah, I didn't spend a willpower. So.
Okay. But you feel like a calm, like a sort of like, whew, I dodged that bullet.
I did, literally.
I literally dodged that bullet. And you feel calm by that. That you were staring death in the face, and you're here looking at it right now. Okay. So, well, we can end the night there. We've gotten pretty much the second part of the Dustin Jr. Desiree fiasco done for the most part. Unless you guys have anything else you want to do before the night ends.
There is the park I need to go to.
Oh, do you want to take them to the park?
I mean, I may as well get witnesses out of this one.
Okay. So, how are you going to present this? A little excursion.
Since we're in separate vehicles, I call while on the road. Hey, I actually need to go to a park up north if anybody wants to tag along. I talked with the werewolves the other night, and they told me to go up here and see about some kind of mark that would be added to my arm. I have no idea what to expect.
So we can just kind of continue there, or we can end it there.
Or we could do it as a downtime scene.
Yeah, we
later.
can do a downtime scene later. Entirely up
I'm
to
down to make sure Deck doesn't die in some park.
you. Okay. So it's not north, Derek. It's south, and it's.
I thought you.
No,
okay.
it's south in Reckland Acres. So this is pretty much the farthest any of you guys have gone. Well, no, Reggie's been to Lamont. So basically, Deck is taking you guys to a very rural area of Kern County called Greenfield, and it's primarily a agricultural Hispanic area, and there is a park that is always in some sort of news. Either a local politician is always trying to make a big political stink there. If you've watched the movie with, is it Aaron Brockovich with the water poisoning movie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the place that like they found like the high level toxicity in this area, as well as other surrounding remote parts of Kern County. So this place has a lot of controversy. Just a lot of corrupt politicians. They try to use this place to funnel money to, and this is probably more what you know, Reggie, they wouldn't know, is that they use this part to fund a lot of like pork barrel spending. They always make these promises that they're going to make this community better, and they just dump it into the park, and then that's it. But all the surrounding area is crap. So, Luna drives you guys to Recklin Acres in the middle of the night. You see lots of... It's very quiet, but you definitely do see a lot of like cars just kind of creeping in neighborhoods with the lights turned off, and they're just kind of, it almost looks like they're patrolling themselves. You know, you do see like people like whistling, like sort of like some sort of, they're signaling. And then you park there, and this park is pretty, there's a really nice rec center, and then the other half of the park you see people who are like sleeping on like the side. There's kind of like a makeshift tent community, and you know, you see wandering crackheads just kind of going about their business in the middle of the night. So not the most glamorous part to be in late at night. It's like around 3 o'clock in the morning, and you see Desiree going like, I'm not getting out. I don't want to be around these people.
Roll up the windows and stay inside, because that'll fucking help. Or you could go with the muscle.
People are people.
Those aren't people. Those are people who have nothing.
Ew.
They're still people.
Hardly. What happened to all the people that you guys got killed with your whole killing the bad voodooist or whatever?
Some of the homeless died, some didn't. But they were dead anyway.
Yeah, but they did it to themselves. Nobody put that drug in them.
And get out of the car.
Addiction's a messed up thing, kid. And there's a whole bunch of reasons people wind up addicts that have very little to do with personal decisions.
There he is, an addict. She leaves. Barry's gone. She's already off the door.
Yeah.
Bye.
And then Luna's like, he gets out of the car, and she's like, hey, really, you need to like cut that shit out. Like, obviously, we'll talk about this later. And he just like closes the car, and then he's like, oh, damn it, dude. What am I gonna do, man? Like,
what?
Oh, well, we're here. So what did the wolves say?
I don't know. They said that one of them is here. But they wanted me to do this before I could investigate that stupid ass cave up in Kernville.
Oh. Well, so were they like scary? Like did they fight you? Did they
They wanted to after I went big.
Oh. And then you hear like a psst, psst.
I'll look over.
You see this guy who looks He's wearing a polo shirt, but it's really dirty. He's wearing like some tore up jeans. He has a trucker hat on, and he has like a big backpack on his back, and he looks a little malnourished, but he's like Spider-Man ripped. And it's the other wolf, Derek.
Oh,
The one that took your blood and shook it up in a water bottle.
The ritualist.
Yeah. He's like,
I go over.
well, you guys see him. He's like by the bathroom. He's like by the bathroom, and he's like, he kind of waits.
He's signaling we'll
doing
go
here?
over.
Yeah. And he's like, oh shit. You're like a whole fucking bats when they hang upside down, what do they call them? I know it's like a murder of crows or like a pack of hyenas. What do they call
Flock?
Yeah, you're a flock of vampires?
Sure. Yeah, guys, this is one of the wolves.
Hi, my name's Enos.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of, I'm like a what's that word where you're like
Liaison?
yeah, that word. And then he's like, I try to, I try to broke peace with all the types, because I feel like we're kind of all in the shithole right now. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you guys aren't. I mean, you guys got money. I mean, look at her. She points at Perry. Like, she's got her hair all nice and looking all fine, and you got a nice suit. And I mean, Deck looks like a homeless person, but like, I guess that just comes with the attitude.
We're definitely all in the shitter. Trust me.
Well, I would like to have your lifestyle, if you know what I mean. But I'm just trying to come up. I have this nice business that I'm trying to get rolling. If any
What
of
business?
you, oh, and he's kind of like, okay, so, so. Everybody has this these ride share things, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right? But there's this like what do you do, right? When you go into one and you just sit down and like you just are just carried on and then you leave, right? But you could be like entertained or making an experience. I watched this DVD about like making your business more profitable by adding some zang and some zing to it. So I'm thinking I hire a whole bunch of hookers and we'll just have them drive topless and we'll call it boobers.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay. I like what you're doing. Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
How do you keep the drivers safe?
Well, I haven't really figured that out yet. I mean, I guess I would have to hire their pimps. So it'd be like, pimp my ride. That would be like another thing. Pimp my ride.
Except then you're openly engaging in sex trafficking.
No. There's no fornicating going on. It's just
No. The fact that you have a pimp means that you're engaging in sex trafficking. Even
Really?
if you're not the one
Really?
selling the sex. Yeah.
Really? Oh.
You just hire bodyguards and call them lists.
All right, I like what she's thinking. I'll figure it all out.
So once you have your driver and your bodyguard, what do you think your overhead per ride is? Like, how much do you start charging for the drive? How long do drives last?
You know that meme where it just has like all the math equations just like flying by like the guy's head? He's just kind of like dumbfounded by what you're saying. He's just like, what?
I don't think your idea is terrible, but you have to maintain price competitiveness with Uber and Lyft while also paying additional people and pay an additional person and paying your driver to drive around topless, which is, I'm pretty sure, against obscenity law in California, but you'd win the court case eventually because there's nothing stopping a man from driving around topless. You just have to get to the Ninth Circuit. So that's also a year of keeping drivers online with your rides possibly being shut down. He
starts to go into the fetal position. Like, and you actually hear like a whimper, like.
Oh my god!
Look, it's not a bad idea. You need to find somebody to partner with who understands this kind of stuff.
Well, the only wolf I try pitching to, he has his own business. He's into like green energy and solar panels and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, that doesn't make you a millionaire. That just only makes you just conscious. Oh, we have to do what's right for Gaia. Oh, we have to do what's right for the motherland. We have to drive out all of the leeches and make sure that they don't bring in the bad economies. Oh, wait. Hold on.
About that mark.
Oh, yeah. I was actually looking at it.
You were?
Yeah.
What did you find?
So I need all of you to swear an oath to me. And Luna's excited. He's like, I'm actually talking to a werewolf.
Oh, yeah. He's always wanted to talk to one.
He's like, I've always wanted to talk to a werewolf. And he's like, all right, so I have to do this because I don't want to get in trouble with my peers. Because all y'all are leeches and you're not supposed to witness the glory of Gaia, but they don't get it, right? They're all on their high mighty horses. They got like prestige. I'm down here in the mud and in the stank, right? I'm just trying to get by. And so, but you know, I want to understand what's going on too. Because there is a sickness to this land, and I'm not doing a good job at it.
Oh, there's a demon.
A what?
A demon.
Oh, I know, but like an incarna that is a demon, or like Christian Bible, like.
Pretty sure it's Christian Bible thing that's a demon.
Oh. Never met a demon. I met a great incarna. Great incarnas are scary.
So are demons.
Oh, they kind of run the same sort of lot. They like when you pretend that you've seen all of eternity, they tend to be the highest of the high horses.
Yeah. Anyway, the founding families of the city apparently worship some kind of demon that's out near Ridgecrest.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
Pretty sure it's responsible for a lot of the tainted stuff going on around here.
Even the stuff that goes down in Oildale?
No, I think that was the Sabbat.
Oh.
But they're gone now, too.
Oh. Yeah, because we always have to... Once in a while, we have to go and kick the ass of some other werewolves. I won't get too much into it. You see, the good werewolves are like me. The bad werewolves, they have bad ears.
Man, how great would it be if you could just tell which vampires were like from the idiot sex? Like just physically. Good vampires look relatively normal. Bad vampires have
Well-
freaking creepy features.
Well,
I guess
all
that
you
worked
have
for
to
the
do
La
is just-
Sombra and the Samis, but
I mean, all you have to do is just go up to one and just say praise, and if they respond with something other than, Cain,
well, what about the Setites, right? Because they worship their weirdo demon ancestor, evil Egyptian deity thing, or at least they did. You go up to them and go praise, they'll be like, praise the snake, God.
right, the snake.
You see, I don't want to offend you, Mister, but what you said was a trick question. You're all bad. You're not laughing.
Some of us serve a good purpose. It's okay.
No, you're not.
Is this a different werewolf?
No, that's
Or
him.
same guy?
No, the same
with
guy.
a weird voice.
No, he snarls. He's like, "No, you're not." Special.
That mark.
Oh yeah, the mark. Sorry, got a little bit.
You said you were looking at it.
Oh yeah, it's in the bathroom.
Why is it? What do you? Maybe you have some idea. Why are these in the locations they're in?
I don't know.
Oh.
I only know that they're connected to Gaia. You got the wild coursing through whatever your arm thing is. Do they got marks on them too? Let me look. He goes up to you, Reggie, and like lifts up your
No
sleeve.
marks.
No marks. And then he goes up to Perry, and then Luna.
He's like, here, look.
Yeah, he's like, so what makes him special? Do you know?
Makes who special?
No, I'm not talking to you, Dag. I'm talking to the guy who's obviously in charge.
He's just the one in charge of the group.
Yeah, I'm asking him.
Wow.
His clan Gangrel is closer to wilderness than the rest of us.
Oh, you guys never been to a park?
No, I mean, like, metaphysically, they're tied to the wild places of the world.
Oh. Yeah, you should probably donate to a park. Kind of help us out.
I
Sorta.
do. All the time. Public spaces are important.
Oh. Well, good on you. Anywho, I'm just curious to know what you're all about. And maybe, if whatever you guys do, maybe it might give me a little bit of insight. And maybe I can earn some favor with my kind. And then we all benefit from this. And then maybe I tell you not to do certain things in certain areas. And that would kind of help us both. Right? That's how this works,
All
right?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. So I'm your werewolf guide. What we're about to see is some sort of shock and splendor, I guess, right?
Sure.
All right.
I mean, they've seen it before.
All right, hold on. I think there's somebody in there jerking some other dude off. I didn't want to disrupt it or disturb them, because someone's got to make a living. But would you folks? I heard you folks tend to get rid of people quite quickly.
Sure. I got this.
Okay. You go into the bathroom and indeed there is some active prostitution going on.
All right, so I'll go to the John,
Uh-huh.
look him right in the eyes,
Yeah.
be like,
He's like, what the fuck?
pay the man and go home. And that's dominate.
Dominate, it works. Oh, you have to make a rouse check?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and make the rouse check.
Rouse.
Pay the man and go home. And he's like, I'm not even And then he's like, can't even finish his
I
words.
get to reroll that because it's a level 2 power, and I have blood potency 3, so I don't gain a hunger.
Okay. So he's like, oh, okay. He pulls out, gives the money, pulls up his
How
pants.
much does it give him?
He gives him like $40.
Is it a junkie?
Yeah, it's a junkie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he walks out. And then the junkie is like, so he's just waiting on your turn? I mean, go right ahead.
No. Look the junkie right in the eyes and be like, go check yourself into rehab.
Reroll.
That.
There you go. And he's like, okay. He just starts walking out. So Perry, Deck, everybody, you just see two gloss eyes men just walk out of the bathroom.
All right.
And he's like, and so Luna is fanboying that he's hanging out with a werewolf, but you see the werewolf fanboying. He's like, God damn, it's straight out of Dracula and shit. Look at them. They don't even know anything. He could have told them to just like do a 69 while standing on their tippy toes. I bet they would, right? That's what they do, right? That's what you guys do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Can't make anybody do anything too dangerous to themselves, though.
Oh. So
That's the limitation. Like, I can't tell you to walk in front of a bus. Unless the bus isn't moving. Then I can tell you to walk in front of a bus.
oh, so there's like conditions or rules to it.
Yeah. Well, self-preservation instinct just overrides it.
So what does hot stuff do over there? Points at you, Perry.
Magic.
Magic? Oh, so
What? I wiggle my fingers and be like do some weird hand movements and let my sword appear.
oh, so I do street magic. That's my thing. Right. So check it out. He pulls out some 3 cards and he's like, okay, and he's like, he puts a little ball and he's like, look. You're looking. All right, which one is it?
Middle one.
Okay.
Is that an insight check?
Yeah.
No?
So give me a wits insight, and it's a contested versus his manipulation larceny,
Okay.
and he has specializations.
Oh my god.
on.
Roll the D10.
No, I rolled a D10. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
So he got a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Got a lot.
He got a lot.
Yeah.
God damn.
Jesus.
So he's like, you looking hot stuff? You looking? Oh, you're
okay.
looking, right? Are you sure? You don't got a gleam in your eye? You don't got a gleam in your eye, right? And he's like, and then before you pick, he's like, how about we make a little bet?
No, fuck no.
How about we make a little bet?
Depends on what the bet is.
How about
Don't
you
do it.
you teach me a trick and I teach you a trick? If you win, I'll teach you a trick. If I win, you teach me a trick.
Sure.
All
I
right.
don't have tricks.
So when he tells her that, I'm looking right in the eyes like, where's the ball?
He will resist. He will attempt to resist.
Oh. Dominate.
He's
It took me a second to be like, oh, you must have seen it. Oh, wait a minute, he's just telling him to tell him.
just like, okay, hold on. I need to see. So my resistance roll is, what are you using? Mesmerize?
Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever
so
the second level power is.
yeah, it's just mesmerize. It's intelligence versus resolve.
Oh, okay, I got him. Never mind. I didn't need to re-roll the rouse check.
Okay,
Oh, why? It should have won there. Okay.
so his
Son of
intelligence
hunger.
is this much, and his resolve is this much. So he got 4. And
I also got 4.
4. So
6, yeah, and then a 10.
so he tells you the ball isn't there.
The ball isn't there.
Yeah, the ball's not there. And he says he does it very like there, or he doesn't say the balls. He's like, there is no ball. And then he says it, realizes what happens. Would frenzy if he had any rage whatsoever. He's a ragabash, so he has like 1 rage. So he's like,
oh, come on. A Ragabash should appreciate it.
I know. No, you cheated. You cheated.
I tricked him.
You cheated.
I
I
didn't
tricked
cheat.
him.
No, he is like, yeah.
Oh, he says I cheated?
Yeah, you cheated.
I tricked you.
Okay, well, you got me. All right. What trick can I teach you, little Miss Hot Stuff? What won't get me in trouble?
Kind of dealing with vampires, everything would get you in trouble.
Yeah, I've been yelled at before. See, my third cousin's a black spiral dancer, so those are the bad here ones. They're the baddies, but my cousin's one of them. It's a long
Why is
story.
your cousin one of them?
Long story.
Take your word for it.
Is there anybody that you don't like in particular?
I mean, yeah.
Do you have anything that they might own? Doesn't have to be precious, just like something they may have owned.
Not on me, I don't think.
Okay. How about this? Let me see your little knife. And
Okay.
he's like, now hold out your hand. And Derek, you know where this is going. He stabs your hand,
Ah, fucker.
and you take 1 subdual damage.
Yeah, he doesn't really tell people that he's doing that.
And then he takes your blood and he pulls out this like Aquafina water bottle out of his bag and starts dripping the blood into this like water bottle. He spits in it, takes some ground dirt, throws it in, starts shaking it up, and then he's like inhales it, and then he's just like, and you see like this like red mist. He just blows out this red mist, and he blows it all over you, and it's like glimmering, and it's like shiny, and then he's like, all right, the trick I taught you is that the next time somebody gives you the stink eye, or somebody decides that they want a little piece of you, they're gonna not like what happens to their accoutrements.
Okay.
I'm talking full Monty.
Tez is so fucked.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You got the blessing of rat on you.
Next time somebody messes with you, they're gonna lose all their clothes.
Nice.
Okay.
A little bit more than that. It's more than just clothes. It's also, things that could be potentially dangerous. Guns, knives. I'm not just some 2-bit street hustler. I'm a goddamn servant of Gaia. What the hell are y'all?
I used to be a 2-bit street hustler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, too bad you fell into the wrong parts.
I didn't fall. I was attacked, but
Oh, it's semantics. I understand. I get it. So, you go to the bathroom stall. All of you are kind of cramped in here. It's dirty. It's vile. It's disgusting.
It smells bad, but thank God we don't have to smell.
Yeah.
He does, though.
Yeah, he's like, smells like home. And he's like, so he lifts up the bathroom or the toilet, the stall, and underneath is this engraving.
Yeah, that looks like one. Check my arm.
It's not reacting.
Hold it near.
Nothing. It's like you got to get it up somehow.
I touch it.
That's when you start to see like the.
That's disgusting.
Like you see it burn into his arm.
Doesn't matter.
And he's like, "Holy shit, that's a light show." He puts on his glasses, and it's bright. It's like really bright and coming off. And he puts on some sunglasses, and he's just he's examining as it's happening. He's like, "Yep, that's a blessing, all right."
Yeah, I don't know how many there are.
That's a stargazer blessing.
A what?
So, you all have to swear an oath.
Again?
Yeah. Because these are ancient werewolf secrets.
Well, we told you about us. I mean,
So
it's only fair, I guess.
So I would like. He pulls out his hat. If there was somehow miraculously some sort of currency that y'all deal in to miraculously land in my hat.
Well,
I'll take out my wallet and put like $200 in his hat.
He's like, Now you see, as he closes up his hat, you see there's a lot of us out there, but we're almost extinct as well. Just so you know. But there's different kinds of wolves. We come in different shapes, size, and breeds, and different sort of mindsets, as it were. I had a theory. And so I went to the spot that East told me to go, or told you to go. Did a little bit of research. And that's Asian as heck.
Huh. Asian.
Yep.
Interesting.
Asian as heck. Because the spirits that they call on have a little bit of a different glamour than our spirits we call on.
So, like, celestial bureaucracy instead of, like, Native American spirits of the world stuff.
What you talking about?
You know, cultural beliefs.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's Asian. I don't know anything more about that. I don't know about the dang ching chang, fling flang. I just know that that's what they do. They call on different spirits than we do.
Okay.
But did they order Chinese when they do spirit summoning? I don't know. Do they praise the Buddha? I don't know. I'm not them. I'm not them types. All I know is that's Asian as heck. And my theory was correct.
And what was your theory?
Oh, that it wasn't a normal spirit.
That it wasn't?
No, it wasn't a spirit from here.
Huh.
Ain't no spirit from these parts, that's for sure. See, because I'll give y'all a little history lesson. The spirits that run these parts, right? As he like goes through the sink, and then like starts clogging up the sink with like toilet paper, and he turns on the water and like the water begins to fill up, and then he starts like waving his hand around. It's like, you see, the spirits around these parts, as he starts waving, they're all crazy because somebody thought it'd be a good idea to take the lifeblood of the land and dam it up. So all the spirits that you see, if y'all can see spirits, are mad. They don't know what to do with themselves. Because for the longest time, they just were like, look at me, I'm a tree spirit. I want to grow and I want to be big. But then the water went away. And now the tree spirit's like, I want my water. Where's my water at? I know where water comes from. Blood. So there are killer trees out there now. And then y'all, when you let the water run through the valley, everybody's like, oh, look at the river. It looks nice. It looks calming. It's gonna kill you. Because that's what the spirits do now. They all worship that crazy bitch.
I mean, the river was dangerous as heck before it was dammed.
Ah, yes. But I mean, that's like nature untamed. You can't let, she was just trying to give life to the valley. You know?
And bring death to the valley.
Well, I mean, it's one and the same. It's a cycle. That's why y'all are just a horrible abomination of nature.
Are you sure? Maybe we're just part of the cycle. An extended version of entropy and decay.
See, you're trying to use your magic powers on me again. But guess what? I just noticed something. Puts on his sunglasses. And he just kind of smiles and it's just like, can't do that me on no more.
Sunglasses don't stop it. I'm not trying to use magic.
What? Really? What happens if I claw my eyes out?
That'd stop most of us, but some people can do it just so long as you can hear them.
Can you?
A lady's got to keep his secrets, all right?
Oh, okay. Well,
something like that, yeah.
I think I might have broken 3 tendencies, but you leeches, you're all right. You're not like the bad ones that used to be around here.
Which ones used to be in this part? Was this Sabat turf?
So there was like this, oh man, this angry old fuck up in, we think he's in Tehachapi at the prison. Oh man,
yeah.
Oh yeah, him.
there's an angry old fuck. There was this like crazy preacher man that we try to stay away from.
That will be the Setites.
And then we don't go into the city because some crazy Confederate looking soldier dude like punched a hole through one of my friends once.
Who is that?
That would be Arthur.
Sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now we're working for the Gangrel. So that's it. But I guess that's that.
Well,
I'm
so does this mean that I can go investigate that cave now?
Maybe. Just because we need to figure out what's inside of it first. You know, our
I
place.
asked for you guys to come with.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you just came, that might swing. But it looks like you have like a retinue.
I can come alone.
Oh well, we'll see. I gotta talk to the chief.
I mean, the only reason why you guys didn't kill me is because of my connection.
Yep, that's very true. That was just him, though. I don't really care. I mean, I could sense the taint off you and the taint off all them. But I mean, she wouldn't hurt a pussycat. I mean, I don't even think her fangs are even showing.
I don't have fangs. Dread gaze.
And then
Actually, that's because my fangs are dull and I have to bite your throat all the way out to feed.
and then but him, he's like a swirling blackness. Points at Reggie. He's got some mileage on him.
I've been around.
Yep.
But I mean, you're not supposed to talk about that stuff because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Isn't that the rule?
Nah, I don't know anything about Vegas.
Well, that's where all the bad stuff happened.
Oh,
And some of the good stuff.
I'm just talking about how old you are. You're just like an old fuck.
No. Well, I ain't that old.
Yeah, that Confederate guy, he was old too. Not as old as you though, or a little bit older than you. I don't know. It's kind of like do we like age you based on like your dressed attire? Because if I had to guess,
We keep up to date.
All right.
Some of us do anyway.
Okay. Well, I guess this is where I depart. I'm gonna report back in and make sure that I let the spirits know exactly what I saw. But it's been an experience, to say the least.
I'll keep in touch.
Y'all have a good night. And if I catch you feeding on somebody, I'd have to do my due diligence and rip your throat out.
Sounds good.
So don't let me catch you. Yeah. All right. So hold on. Give me 1 sec.
One. Sorry, I'm an asshole.
All right. Sorry about that. Anyways, I think that will do it for tonight. It's been a little bit of a shorter episode, but we're two cast members down. So thank y'all for coming on out to episode 3 of Vampire the Masquerade. Camarilla side, the Camarilla side of Vietnow. Thank y'all for hanging out. Episodes are going to be going up on YouTube. I have like 4 of them already up. So go ahead and check that out. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Oh, next week there will be no game because I will be at Evo. So,
boo.
So I will be doing that. And so on the 11th, either the 11th or 12th, the game will return. So stick around. Otherwise, that's it. So thank you so much, Dan, Derek, Heather, for coming out. Take care. And like always, be good to one another. And peace. Forever. Bye.